Good morning, good morning. Wednesday already, boy, doesn't time fly when you're having fun. Wednesday the 2nd, end of lockdown, and yet it still feels like it's lockdown in the UK. So what are the qualities that we need to be successful? What do we need for success? Well, I've identified three specific things that I think are really essential for success, particularly for success in your career, but for success in anything that we do. This is James Foster and Careers Matter. So, what is it we see that successful people have? What are their attributes? What can we take away from the people that have been successful and bring into our own lives that will help us to take our careers forward, take our lives forward, and be the success that we would like to be. I've identified three, as I've already said. So read a number of books on the subject. I've mentioned a couple of them before. Here's one. The Secrets of a Successful Mind, of a Millionaire Mind. Bet that's all mirrored, isn't it? Sorry about that. But it's T. Harv Eker's The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. And it makes a lot of contrast between those people that succeed and those people that fail. And it's all around the money mindset and really our attitude to various things. But one of the things that came out very strongly with it is it's about mindset. It's about having, and also Dean Graciosi's book, Millionaire Success Secrets, exactly the same thing. In fact, he starts off with about the first 5 or 6 chapters of the book, all dealing with the subject of mindset and how that our mind can destroy our success simply by basically sabotaging what we do and how we do it. So the secret here is of mindset. We'll talk about it in a little bit more detail. But the first thing I'd say about it is that I think that mindset overarches everything that we do. And the other 2 traits that I've brought out here, which I'll talk about in a minute, which are resilience and perseverance, then I actually think that those 2 are probably components of mindset to some extent. In fact, I don't think so. To some extent, I think they are components of mindset. Mindset sits above everything that we do. And if we're talking about being successful, mindset is having the right mindset for what we're doing, for what we're going to go into, for what we're going to start, for what we're going to progress, and for what we're going to finish. If we haven't got the mindset to do it, it won't happen. It doesn't happen the way that we want it to happen. As I said, the wrong mindset will sabotage it, and there's several aspects to mindset that spring to mind, really that do this, and that talk about this. None of them are coming to mind at the moment. There's several aspects of mindset that really would want to highlight at the moment about having the right frame of mind, having the right positivity, being positive, that is probably better to say, dealing with those doubts. The angel and the devil sitting on your shoulders, whispering in your ear, listening only to the angel and putting down the words and the ideas of the devil, which is why you can't do it and what's wrong with you, and good morning, Angela, what's wrong with you, and what it is that is going to stop you from doing it, and how that is going to sabotage what you're doing, etc., etc. To the positive mind, which is no, this is me, I can do this, I have got the ability, I can get the capabilities, I can overcome the obstacles, there's nothing going to defeat me, I will see this through. You look at things like procrastination. Great word, I love procrastination. It's so satisfying to say it. But procrastination where you just sit there and can't start anything, and that is all mindset. It's all it's all seeing the obstacles, seeing the dangers, seeing the challenges, and not seeing the end goal, and not seeing the route through. And mindset is about dealing with the problems. You don't remove the problems, you deal with them. You don't get rid of the challenges, you overcome them. You don't you don't there are very real things that have to be got over, but the mindset gets over them. Fear, a big factor in everything that we do, because you can what if everything to death, which is a trait of fear, of course, yes, a trait of fear. What ifing everything to the point of inertia, and courage is the ability to be fearful, but to get on with it anyway, and not to just look at the bad consequences, but to see the good consequences, and to understand that, yeah, you may fail, it's very possible, but you can get back up and start again. That's mindset. Mindset will see you over virtually everything. But it's if you've got the right mindset, but you have to, it's got to be worked on. It's something that has to be attended to every day. If you don't work on it, if you don't feed, Dean Graziosi calls it, I don't want to misquote him here, but feeding your hero. If you feed the hidden villain and not the hero inside you, then you're going to find it very difficult to progress and move forward. So every day, building habits. His book is called Millionaire Success Habits. It's building habits a little every day, making these things a part of you. Putting a daily ritual in place that gets you, or a morning ritual in place that gets you started in the morning and gives you the right frame of mind to do what you're going to do in the day. Having the right frame of mind that actually plans everything out and gives you the what's the word for it? The right mentality to actually to do it and move on with it. This is mindset. So mindset is the first trait, I believe, of success, that that people with the right mindset to be successful, and those people work on it daily. They build up all those positive parts of what their mind is about. They build up their story. They build up the next two parts, the resilience and the perseverance. They don't see obstacles as something that gets in the way. They see obstacles as something that's got to be moved, or got over, or got round, relishing challenges, etc., etc. So mindset is the big factor. But I want to talk very briefly about resilience and perseverance. Resilience, toughness, strength of mind and character. You've heard the expression snowflake. The opposite to resilience. Snowflake melts away at the first sign of trouble. Resilience gets back up and keeps on going. You get knocked down, but you get up again. I remember a song about that in the 90s. The idea is that there's nothing going to keep you down. Continuing the song. The whole thing with this is that it's okay having the mindset. The mindset will see you through, but it needs you to be resilient. It needs you to have mental toughness. It needs you to be tenacious, and have a determination to get through things. Because if you don't have that, again, it is a part of mindset. If you don't have that tenacity to get through things, to get things done, to push through and to see the job done, if you don't have that resilience, that when you see that failure coming along, that you can dust yourself off, pick yourself up and move on again to the next, and keep going. There's a quote that I sort of picked up on, which is basically this: you don't actually fail until you stop, or you don't start at something. So you haven't failed at a thing you haven't failed at a thing if it hasn't worked yet. You only fail at it if it hasn't worked yet and you stop. That's failure. Or you have failed at something if you don't actually start it in the first place. But unless you've done that, if you keep pushing through, if you keep on, eventually you're going to succeed. You'll find the means to succeed. That's resilience. That's also perseverance, which is the next trait. The tenacity, the persistence, the grit. And I was talking about the two together, I realise that. But perseverance, which is the tenacity, resilience, the toughness, the mental strength to get on with it, and to, not the mental strength to not let it to not let it affect you, to not let it stop you, to not let it overcome you. The perseverance, the determination, the grit to keep going. Those, in my opinion, are three qualities that we need for success. And in a day, in today's situation with things like COVID, with all of the stuff. I mean, in the UK, how much have we had to put up with over the last 2.5 years that has got in the way of business? I mean, we are talking business success, we are talking career success, but so many things that could be considered a reason for us not to have succeeded. With everything that's happened around Brexit and all the turmoil that happened with that. Not knowing which way it was going to go. Whatever your view on the subject, it doesn't really matter. The problem with it was the best part of 15, 16 months of just not knowing. And that was affecting everything. And then the general election and not really understanding the outcome of that, thinking you're getting through it all, bang, we get hit by a pandemic, which, whatever your views on the pandemic, it has stopped. It stopped everything that we've done. Whether or not you think it should have done, it has stopped us moving forward. And although there are always opportunities in these things, for the vast majority of people, for a lot of people, for a good number of people, it has really been a major challenge. It has been a block for them. They've maybe lost their jobs, they've been furloughed, they don't really know what's going to happen next. They don't know how they're going to be able to progress their lives. And this is when you need to really sort of look into yourself for the right mindset to persevere, to keep going, and to be resilient and to get through these challenges at the moment. So I think for the moment, I think that's really covered what I wanted to talk about. The whole idea of mental, of mental toughness, mental agility, perseverance, tenacity, having the right mindset. They're things that we can work on. They're things that we can apply daily, and there are exercises. That we can do. There are things that we can look at and bring on board as a daily basis. One of the things that T. Harv Eker, the guy who wrote the book Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, one of the things that he does daily is he's got a whole list of what's the word? Declarations that you remind yourself of daily, and you go through these declarations, whether it's one or two a day, but you think about it, you meditate upon the declaration itself, what it's saying. One of those things is that I create the exact level of my own wealth. That's one of the declarations, and what it's basically saying is that anything that you have, you've got for yourself. good or bad, but everything you've got is what you've done yourself. Nobody else has done it. There's no excuses. There's nothing that you can put in, you know, and say this caused it, because everybody is living in the same circumstances. Some succeed with it, some don't succeed with it. If you've got the right mindset to succeed, you will succeed. So the declaration is, I will succeed. I will overcome this, and I will make it happen. So he runs this thing that daily you make these declarations, and he's probably got 20 or 30 of those declarations, and he actually feeds an email through to you if you want to sign up for it with another declaration. That the idea is that daily you're reminding yourself that you're the person that makes things happen for you, not other people. And that's the sort of thing that we can do. That's the sort of thing that we can take hold of and action on a daily basis that will help us get the right mindset, become resilient, and to persevere and see things through to our own success. Want to know more? On this, there will be a link on this video again to sign up for a 20-minute consultation. We can have a chat and see how I might be able to help you get your career to the next level. This is James Foster, and Careers Matter.